just got back from the Columbus Book Festival, day 2, and it's time to go over what I got. So I'm gonna split this up into multiple videos, but basically I'm gonna go over all these books and then the authors and my interactions with them. So this way you can decide if you would like to take a look at their books as well. Spoiler alert, it was a phenomenal experience, and I'll definitely be making more videos talking about that experience. But for my first time ever going to the book festival in Columbus, it was amazing, and I learned so much, and I made some wonderful connections. And it's just great. So let's go ahead and get started talking about some of these books. Like I said, I'm going to break them up into multi-episodes. Oh, and real quick before I get to that, here's a little book festival newspaper. Okay, so took tons of notes here, but we're going to start off with this series right here, which is the Stories of Evergreen by R.S. Hamilton. So this was actually the first author that I had the pleasure of speaking to this weekend, and he was so incredibly nice. I'll give you a little quick TLDR of what the series is based off of what I learned from speaking with him. But basically, it's a 3-part series of action, adventure / fantasy novels, and it features two 12-year-old boys from different timelines, 1962 and 2012, and they converge through these portals that take them to this other world called the Evergreen, which is kind of like the way that he was describing it to me kind of sounds a little bit like the Upside Down, and then I can't remember what it's called in Stranger Things, where they really found the actual like other dimension. How you have the other dimension, and then you have the Upside Down, and then you have the real world, and that's kind of what it seems like is happening in this series. So the Evergreen is this magical world where there's magic, and then dragons and other fantastical beings and things like that, and their goal is to get back home. But anyways, I haven't been able to get into that yet, but that's what he described, and it sounded really awesome. So I'm excited to jump in. Just a little bit about him and that experience. He was super nice, super kind. I just wanted to learn more about what he was writing, and then I made sure to tell him that I'm working on my own stuff, and I just kind of asked him some questions about his writing process and what it was like for him to actually put together this series of books and just all of that stuff. And it was so cool just getting to know him and talk to him, and it was just a really wonderful experience. And I didn't realize this until today, but I was looking at the back of his book, and it says on here that he studied literature and creative writing at Bowling Green State University. If you couldn't tell by my shirt, I am a BGSU alum as well. I had no idea that he was a BG alum, so that is so freaking cool. I just realized I was planning on talking about another book in this video, but I think for the purposes of length, I think we're going to go over Flightless in the next video. So I'll see you over there.